So we're starting to see those annual best of lists for 2016. One of them that caught my attention are the best-selling handguns of 2016. And I thought we should kind of sort of run through the list and let you know my thoughts. This first list comes from the financial website Motley Fool for the best-selling handguns of 2016. So I'm just going to jump right into the list. And the first one, number one, I don't think it's in any particular order, is the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield. Basically what they said is Smith & Wesson M&P Shield, which was introduced in 2005, is a lightweight concealable pistol, which is encased in a polymer frame. The shield comes in 9mm 40, 45, and is widely used by law enforcement and military personnel. Shield is often praised for its slim profile, ergonomics, ease of use, and overall accuracy. As a striker-fired pistol, it lacks a protruding hammer in the back, making it easier to conceal carry. As far as this is concerned, I'm actually carrying a M&P Shield right now. So I mean, I pretty much should tell you, but I actually bought the Shield the very first day that it dropped. I remember running to Academy. And I remember because I was back in that time, I was carrying a Glock 19 going back and forth between the 19 and the 26, which I love. But I was always constantly just harassing Glock. I was just like, build a single stack, build a single stack, build a single stack. Glock's not really in business of always listening to everything that I have to say. So, but little did I know, apparently Smith & Wesson was paying attention, and that's when they dropped the Shield. Now, I'm taking credit for all of this, even though I had nothing to do with any of this. But I remember when they dropped it, and when they dropped it, I was ecstatic because I was like, finally, I can get a gun that's slimmer in profile that I can carry more consistently, because I was running into problems because I don't typically wear baggy clothes. So, and for me at the time, I was rather new to concealed carry. So it was a big deal from a concealed carry standpoint to not print. So I remember sprinting off to Academy as soon as it dropped. I remember going in, picking up the gun. It came in the blue cardboard box with the extra magazine. And I fell in love with the gun. I think the gun is incredible. Now, I do tend to carry the Glock 43, which is the rival to the Smith & Wesson Shield. Ironically enough, we'll find out if it made the list. So let's go to the next one. The number two is going to be the Ruger LCP. I hate this gun. I just got to be honest. And the funny thing about it is, though, I understand why people buy it. And to be honest with you, I have one in my collection. And the reason I have one in my collection is because it's one of the smaller guns that you can conceal carry without ever thinking about it. And I hate this gun for reasons that it wasn't designed for, which was it doesn't shoot very well, it recoils quite a bit, and it's not the most ergonomical gun on the planet. Now, here's the thing about it. The gun's not designed to be those things. It's designed to be as small and as compact as possible and as reliable as possible. And the LCP that I have does exactly what I need it to do. It's a pocket gun. You take it, put it in your pocket, put it in your cargo shorts, whatever the case may be. It's supposed to disappear, deep concealment. So that's why a lot of people buy these guns and continue to buy these guns. And so though I hate it from the objective standpoint in that I hate the way it shoots and I hate the trigger, it is still a great gun for what it's designed for. All right, let's look at the next one. Number three, the Springfield XD-S. Now, this gun is underrated, and it's underrated largely due to the fact that it came out too late. The XD-S came, I want to say, which is kind of unfair because if I'm not mistaken, the Glock 43 came out after this, but the Shield stole a lot of the thunder that could have been for the XD-S if it had come out before the Shield. And at that point, a lot of people had been emotionally invested into the Shield. And then the other half were just fanboys waiting for Glock to drop their single stack. However, in my experience with the XD-S, I know Dom was carrying the XD-S for some time, and he probably still does if he's not carrying his 19. I think the gun is incredible. I think it's a great gun. I think it's a great gun for people who are adamantly concerned about safety. Not saying that any gun without these features that I'm about to mention aren't safe. For people who are really, really drawn to guns that have a lot of physical safety features, the Springfield XD-S is that gun for those people. And it's usually people who are new to carry. The thing about the Springfield XD-S that I think a lot of people will have who are concerned about overt safety is the grip safety at the back of the gun, which will not allow the gun to fire unless you have a really good grip on the gun. So it kind of guards against the kind of negligent discharges that may happen with, say, reholstering, or if the gun is outside of a holster now in your hand, getting snagged on something of that sort. And then it still has the typical safety features of every other gun: chamber indicator, the trigger safety guard, all of those things. So for individuals who are new to guns, who are just like, I want to go with safeties, the Springfield XD-S is your gun. All right. And the SIG Sauer P938. I had this gun. I still have it. I don't shoot it very often. I actually saw someone run this gun in a course one time, which was very impressive. And it's one of those guns that if you are a diehard 1911 fan, which I'm pretty sure that's the bulk of the people buying this gun, you will absolutely love this gun. I love my 1911s, but I am not a diehard 1911 guy. So I'm not one of those people that's like, I've got to carry a 1911. However, what I will say is that this gun is a shooter. It is one of the more accurate, smaller guns that I've actually come across. Now, and if price isn't too much of an issue, this is the gun that most people would get in place of the LCP. For those individuals who are like, I want the best, highest quality shooting small gun I can get, the SIG Sauer P938, I don't understand why. I just hate saying P938. It doesn't seem fluid. Anyway, this is the gun that these people typically get because it's such high quality. And so in number 5, and boringly so, of course, the Glock 19. I'm about had it up to here with the Glock 19. Sure, I carry it myself. I love the gun. It just doesn't seem to want to go anywhere. It's still here. It's still one of the highest selling guns you could possibly purchase. I'm honestly hoping at some point it gets knocked off its pedestal. For no other reason than just me wanting to see something else being touted as the greatest gun of all times. Now, granted, I have several 19s, so I'm kind of a hypocrite in that regard. But the 19 is by and large just, it is the gold standard. And it will continue to be one of the highest selling guns from here on out until somebody knocks it off its pedestal. If that were ever happen, I don't know. We'll find out soon enough. So that's going to be it for this show today. Please join us again tomorrow for another awesome and wonderful episode of Seeing Live.